Hi everyone, today we're going to cover our volume lesson part 2 using formulas. Specifically, we're going to cover triangular prisms, the formulas for volume for triangular prisms, as well as cylinders. So let's get started. So as we discussed last week, the volume of a prism can be broken simply down to a formula of the area of the base times the height. So for the triangular prism today, we're going to look at it on its side, but one thing to note is that the base is actually the triangle. So if you were to flip this 90 degrees, so this was the base and this was the top, then the length would actually serve as the height of the shape. We'll take a look at what that looks like right now. So once again, the area of the base, area of a triangle is base times height divided by 2. The base here is in green, the height is in gray. So there's two ways you can write this formula. Base times height divided by 2, that's the area of the base, and then times the length, which takes place of the height of the object. Again, if you flip this 90 degrees, the length would be the height. Or you can condense it down to length times base times height divided by 2. Both of these get you the exact same answer. This one is my preferred formula just because it's condensed. So let's do a sample problem here. So once again, volume equals length times base times height. Length is blue, base is green, height is gray, divided by 2. So first things first, we input our variables. So the length is 24 centimeters, the base is 12, and the height is 10 divided by 2. Then we multiply the variables. 24 times 12 times 10 is 2,880. And we proceed to divide that by 2. So our answer is 1,440 centimeters cubed. Remember that we measure in cubed because it is a 3D object. So let's move on to volume of a cylinder. Once again, volume is the area of the base times the height. Just like last week with prisms, the top is the same as the base. So for a cylinder, our base shape is a circle. And as we've discussed previously and throughout the term, the area formula, or the formula for the area of a circle, is pi r squared. Pi times the radius squared. The radius is the distance from the center of the circle to the edge, as opposed to the diameter, which is the distance from edge to edge. So the volume formula would then be pi r squared, which is the area of the circle, times the height. So let's do a sample problem. Once again, we have our formula. Pi r squared times height is our volume formula. So first things first, we want to input the variables just like we did at the last stage. So the radius is 7 and the height is 20. Then I'm going to substitute pi for 3.14. That is pi rounded to the nearest hundredths, 2 places to the right of the decimal. You can use the pi button as well. Either one is correct. You can use the pi button or you can use 3.14. So we've got pi times 7 squared, which is the radius squared, times the height, which is 20. Using bed mass, the first thing we would do in this formula, using order of operations, is the exponent. So 7 to the power of 2 is like saying 7 times 7. It's times itself that many times. So 3.14 times 49 times 20. Put that into the calculator, and our answer is 3,077.20 centimeters cubed.